How do we go about managing risk on a project? So far, we've looked at the overall process, and it seems to be pretty complex. Well, the first step is to develop a risk management plan, and that's what we'll review in this lesson. The risk management plan is part of the overall project management plan. It documents how we will go about identifying and managing the risk on our project. It is important that the risk management plan be aligned with our organization's risk management strategy. Most organizations will either have a written or unwritten approach to how they manage risk. Your approach on your project must be consistent with this overall approach. The risk management plan also allows us to communicate our thoughts on risk management to the project stakeholders and to gain their input and acceptance of our plans. As we develop the risk management plan, we should consider the existing project management plan documents already developed and the project charter. Remember that the project charter should contain the high-level risks identified as the project was authorized. These must be considered as we move forward. Other inputs to the risk management plan might include a list of the stakeholders along with the information we have gathered from them on their concerns, environmental factors such as market conditions which might impact the project, the current legal and regulatory environment, and local issues such as security and financial stability of the region, plus any other factors outside the project itself. And finally, any information our organization might have on risk for a similar project, including their risk management philosophy, should also be included. It is important that we align our project risk management process with the organization's strategy on managing risks. Many organizations will have resources available to help the project manager develop the risk management plan. Specifically, they may have risk categories, which are a list of common risks seen in the industry with a checklist of the possibilities for your project. These might include common definitions and concepts for these types of risks. Risk statement formats. These formats can help you frame your risk in a meaningful way for the organization and also put them in a format that will aid in managing them. They could have standard templates for risk register and other documents. It's important that you use these standard templates to enhance communication within the organization. The organization may also define roles and responsibilities, a standard work process that outlines who on the project and within the organization is responsible for each risk management activity. Authority levels for decision-making on risk-related items and on the contingency and reserve levels to be held at a project can also be included. And finally, lessons learned from previous projects. This is a great opportunity to learn what risk events impacted other projects and how they handled them. There's no need to start from scratch. The key to a great project management is to learn the lessons from others to improve your project. Use your organization's assets to your advantage. After we've gathered all this information, it's time to put it into a risk management plan. The contents of a typical risk management plan are shown here. It's important to document how often we review project risk and how they will be handled and once they are identified. The risk management plan is also a great place to document the process we will use to categorize and prioritize risks. It also documents how we will communicate any risk to the greater organization and to our stakeholders. The risk management plan is a place to document all of the decisions and categories we decide as we evaluate project risks. In the next lesson, we will review how to go about identifying risks. This work process should be captured in the risk management plan.